Hey everyone, how we doing? Good? Now in this class, I thought we would just do some work on the doors because the doors here that we've got are quite simple meshes really, and I thought we could probably revisit the classes on the doors. Well, not really revisit them, but just apply the blueprint methods that we used in the earlier classes to doors in a real environment like the one we have here. So the idea is to replace them, put in blueprints instead on these doors and get them to be working with our character. Okay. So that'll be a nice exercise, I'm sure, for us to be able to see how we can implement this in a real scene. Then we can move through the scene properly with the audio interactivity in. Maybe we can add some sound to them as well as the doors open. That would be nice. Nice sound effect just to add to the depth of realism, okay, making things a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I think that would be nice, the sound of doors opening and closing. So if you've already mastered editing doors, then of course you don't have to sit through this. You can skip this class and move on to the next one. But this class will work on demonstrating how we can make best use of these features in the scene. We'll start here though with a simple door, and maybe this one over here. It's a wooden door, isn't it? So let's get this one working. Let's think about how we're going to get it to work. So it's built in, this one, so you can easily walk past it and not notice it. Let's adapt it to our blueprint that we created in the first class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those blueprints. I've already migrated them into the project. Saves a lot of time, doesn't it? And they're in this folder over here. The simple door blueprint, this one here, BP simple door. And I can just switch the static mesh to the one that I've got in the scene. Okay. So we don't need this one. We can swap it out and then we can add some sound as well. So let's do this. First, let's delete the mesh from the scene so that we've got a gap there that we can fill in with the blueprint. Let's open our blueprint and just replace the static mesh with the one we have in our project. So let's just replace that. Nice. And we just need to line it up into the correct position as well. Just make sure we got the handle on the right side as well. And then let's rotate it. Oh, we need to put snaps on because I think I haven't got it on. There we go. Just remember to put snaps on if you take it off and if you're doing things that need precision or snapping to whole numbers. And let me just speed this up and then we'll come back. Okay, everyone. So as you probably saw in the sped up version, I've replaced the static mesh, set it up. I've added a box collision and already put it into our scene. Just adjusted the way it rotates as well. So as we approach, the door's not swinging out at us, it goes in. So now we can add the sound of the door closing. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we can add it to our blueprint using some of these sounds here. So I've just got some audio, some doors closing. And you'll notice here that there's quite a bit with nothing happening, and then there's a sudden closure of the door. Okay, so let's add this sound and set up the timing for it as well. Let's just think about how it's going to work. Okay. So it's going to be very similar to the record player when we had to time it, especially when it made contact with the needle. Same thing here. We want it to time properly, so when the door makes contact, then it works. So I put it here. So after the motion of the closing door, we'll put it there. And as we looked at before, when we looked at the record player, when we played this, we set it up like this, remember? So we had this play node that we needed to put in after the audio component, because it gives you more control over the audio. Okay, so we can use that as well. Helps us to control when you want the play to start. So every time I add an audio component, I also add a play node. So just remember that, okay? It's not mandatory, but it's a good thing to bear in mind if you're adding audio. So let's move on. Okay, so with our door, we just need to bear in mind the timing, so the duration of when our audio starts. So let's have a look at this. So I added this here. I just do a test and just see what happens and when the sound is being made. Did you hear that? So let's add this in now to have more control. I always like to set it up like this, and that's what it's all about, blueprints, isn't it? Having more control and getting it just as you want. So we've added the audio and the play node. The target is the audio itself, so that's fine. And here I can adjust the volume as well. So I can add in adjust volume. And I add a node to adjust the volume as well there. And because the sound might be a little bit too loud, it might be nicer just to be able to have that flexibility. In fact, it will be actually, just to adjust the volume there. We don't want it to be deafening, do we? Okay, and yeah, 0.5. I think we'll try that for now. Okay, so the node's passing in, it's coming back, and we can reroute them as well, actually, make it a bit neater. So we saw that the audio doesn't match the door closing, does it? So I've left it with 2 seconds just to demonstrate. Okay, and it opens, and then it closes more slowly. It closes, and only then you hear it sound. So you can set this up in 2 ways. You can edit the door to make it match the audio. That's one way you can do it. Or you can set it up with this, okay? So you can either speed up the door movement, slow it down, or whatever, so it starts later as well. That's another option for you to consider. So even in here, the start time, you can adjust that. So let's set it to 0.5 and let's play. Okay. So I'll leave the door open, and to close it is. So it's closer, it's matching. There we go. It's a little delayed, isn't it? I'll leave this in 0.8. And it's open. There we go. Should be free. 2, 1. Okay. So I think I can adjust it just a little bit more. We're almost there now. Let's increase it a bit and press play. Let's see how it fits. It's open and let me pass in and close. Okay. So there we go. You get the idea, don't you? Right? You can tweak it as much as you need to, of course. Now I might just reduce the volume because I think it's a little bit too loud, isn't it? Let's set it to 0.2. You see what you need to do for your projects. We've improved it a little bit, but we've got there, haven't we? That's the basics of the blueprint, and you can apply that anywhere really. Now, for our next step, we can copy this door. And we can put it over here. And there's also a single sliding door here that's built into the wall. So you can make copies, can't you, of the blueprints and replace the meshes, the physical meshes in the scene. So you can apply the same functionality, which will also carry over the same sound as well. And we can replace these glass doors. So what I'll do is I'll speed up the video and we'll replace the doors and these glass doors too. See you in a second. Okay, here we are. So I've already added the missing doors. I've added this door over here as well. I've made a copy of it and I've added it to these areas here for the simple door blueprint. Okay, and there's a simple sliding door. It doesn't have a sound, but you know, we don't need to worry about that for now. Now, if you have a specific sound that you want to use for your doors, of course you can use it. The sound that I have for this door is, it's not going to be suitable everywhere, is it? But the principles are the same of applying them. And I just sorted my audio into a separate folder to make it easier for the different doors. So there's this file here for the sliding door. And it's the sound of a glass door sliding. So let's open our blueprint again. And we use the same principles, okay? Same method, but just remembering that it's a glass sliding door. Okay, so we use the, we'll use this one here for opening and closing the doors. Okay, so let's do it. Let me walk you through it if you're curious. So the blueprint looks nice. There are lots of nodes, of course, aren't there? However, where we want to add them is in between. Let's just tidy this up a little bit. So it's the same thing that I'm going to do that on the single door. I'm going to apply to the sliding doors. Okay. So let's just add our audio. This one here. Let's drag it in. Nice. Okay. And then plug that in there. And I need to add a volume node, don't I? Remember? So let's just pull out from here and type in play. Sorry, volume. So there's my volume node and add it to play. And I don't need to set anything else up. That's all sorted. It's just going to run that sound. That's it. And if I need more space, I can do so. Don't want it to be too crowded. Cool. That's a nice thing about these blueprints and how they're laid out in the event graph. You can, if you think about it, you can just make it easier for everyone to work on it, so they can see exactly what's going on. Okay, I can adjust the volume here as well. We don't want it to be too loud. And of course you can test that when you play it as well. We need the reverse as well. So we can copy these, Control W, put them down here and link them up together into the reverse. Cool. And that's going to be just fine. So let's test this to see if it's working. Let's play. So here is the left-hand door, which has a nice sound. Okay, wait, and it closes. Nice. Oh, open that door. Okay, I'm pretty close to them, aren't I? Pretty close to those collisions. Let's just fix that now. Otherwise, the doors are going to be opening all the time, aren't they? Right, so let's adjust this collision box. You don't need to be. In fact, actually, I think I'll leave them. Yeah. Okay. So, but you see what I mean here. You can adjust the collision box if you want to. You can reduce them as well. You can keep them highlighted and reduce them at the same time. In fact, actually, if I scale them and leave them here, then we're not going to have any sudden moves inside triggering the doors, are we? Now let's do the same thing over here as well. Okay. You just have to get a little bit closer to the doors for them to open up for you. The same thing over here. Just make sure, of course, you choose the collisions in the hierarchy and adjust the scale. Yeah, it's good also to do it in top view like this with wireframe on, so you can see a lot better. Okay, nice. I think that's better. Okay, cool. So the door opens and it closes, but we notice it closes faster than the audio, doesn't it? So we just need to adjust the audio on that, and we'll have to adjust the time to, or increase or decrease, whatever method we use. Just have to get it matching like we did with the other door. So we go into the timeline, we'll change the length. I'll set it to 2.5. 2.5 should be fine, but we need to change this here, because until we arrive at the door, okay, 2.5 is actually good. I'm just thinking about when we get to the door, at what point do we want to hear that sound? But yeah, the audio was fine here actually. Nice. Cool. Okay. So that's good. And we set up our box collision, so it's not going to confuse itself with these doors the other side. So that's good. Cool. So now I have to do the same thing with the other node over here. So I'm going to speed up the video and add that in. Okay, I've included a sound for the left-hand door on the right-hand side, but this sounds a bit too loud, so let's fix that. So already at 0.1, okay, let's reduce it to 0.05. There we go, let's try that. Okay, maybe the volume on the computer is too loud. Oh, no. Okay, well, I think 0.05 should be okay. Let's run with that. But it's, as you can see, it's just a matter of fine tuning until you get it just as you need it to be. Keep testing and until you're happy with it. Okay. Now, of course, I'm setting a value here, but the right way to do it would be a variable, right? So let's create a variable, and I'll show you how you can do it better as a float. And let's plug it in here, and we just plug it to that one, and plug it into that one. Here we go. There we go. So, and we can do it 4 times actually. You can leave it over here and then open the eye so we can make it public and edit it or adjust it in the editor. We'll set a default value here. Okay. And call it under this category of door movement. Let's name it. There we go. Door movement. Let's do things correctly then. Nice. So if I select it, you can see it appears here. So we can just adjust the volume here, right? Cool. Let's test it. Yeah, that's better. Cool. All right. So I think actually 0.01 might be better. Okay. Just we don't want. I'm just conscious of not wanting to scare someone with this sound if it's too loud. Okay. No, it's too low. 0.025. Let's try that. I mean, you could be here all day, couldn't you? Tweaking the values, but I think we'll leave it there. That's it now. We've finished. So we've adjusted all the doors, and we've added the blueprints that we learned from in the previous classes. And I'm sure you can see the benefit of now testing it in a real scene. And now we've completed this scene with many other blueprints too. So I'll see you in the next class where we'll learn even more. Take care.